Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Monday, July 21st, and you can see, again, we're downstairs in the living room and not upstairs in my regular Ocean's Pit office because we've been having so much internet problems up there. If you guys have been watching the show for regular watchers or if you're watching it for the first time today, so we're going to try to move the regular show down here every day. Maybe you have to change something in the back. But in the meantime, we are here today. It's Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, and thank you all our veterans who fought for our country. Mostly it's dedicated to people like you who've been watching this show now for almost 5.5 years. And I appreciate it very much. We got a great show lined up, great week of fun and some great stories. And it's a beautiful day today. Let's start showtime. There it is. All the, as busy as Richie and, of course, Dino, when used to work for Seventh Heaven, and they're just busy guys, and they still had time to make that great intro for us. So, again, thank you, Dino and Richie from Seventh Heaven. Anyway, it's a great show lined up today, and, of course, we got some good stuff. So let's get right to our sponsor, of course. Can't do nothing without our good friends of Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. And let's see, folks. We're ready for the summer. If you haven't already got your outdoor furniture, we have a variety of outdoor furniture, unique lawn and garden decor, as well as flowers, vegetables, herbs, and plants. And don't forget to say, grill your ace off at the JRC Ace Hardware stores. Right now, they have all different kinds of brands of grills, Weber, Tangier, Napoleon, Charbro grills, large variety of models and displays. Let one of our certified team members help you find the right grill. And if you're looking up the spice up the food on your grill, check out their spices, rubs, and sauces to add a little flavor to your barbecue feast. Trending now is TikTok meat. They have them all. Lawnmower, if you haven't done it yet, just $105 plus parts. Take advantage of the Auto Key program at all their stores. They Paracord car cut keys up to 50% less than the dealership. Visit the Hub for Hub to speak to a certified team member. That's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Again, nice week coming up. Tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino, and we're going to keep a lot of stuff going on this week, a lot of great stuff. And what are we going to start? Being a beautiful day for Monday, July 21st. First, I want to thank Diane from The Di Show, who was our guest on Friday. She did a great job. Thank you, Di. I know she has her own podcast, too, so make sure you check that out as well. Friday night was a great night at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. It was great seeing, of course, the great Double T, Tony Toto, and Dave Calderon from Bellinopoli. And Bad Medicine, tribute to Bon Jovi, stopping by and singing some songs on Friday. So very, very cool. Saturday, we kicked it off over there at Bellagio in Roselle. What a great night. Thank you all for coming out. Debbie, Buddy, Gina, Carol, and the list goes on and on. Some ice cream, Bonnie and Billy and Jack. So Berto does a great job at Bellagio on Saturday. And Sunday I was off, folks. It was off because it was a special day. Our son Joey got engaged in Colorado this past week with his lovely bride-to-be, Jess. And we gave him a big surprise engagement party at Moretti's in Hoffman Estates. So it was a great seeing all the family there and meeting some of their family members for the first time. But we want to thank Jim Early from A La Carte Entertainment, who always does an incredible job helping us out, gives you great deals. And Moretti's always does a great job. So we and Jess getting engaged and sometime next year. Of course, remember, we also have Marissa and Nico getting married next year. So busy 2026. Again, Joe and Jess, congratulations. What a great time. We got a busy week coming up today. And this week, folks, now Wednesday on the 23rd, we're going to be at the Schiller Park Summer Concerts in the Park. So come on out, grab a lawn chair, have a little fun. And that's going to be Wednesday with the main event band. Thursday, we're going to be going Positano's in Oakbrook. I'm sorry, in Wheaton, in the new location. This is the first time we're playing the one in Wheaton. We won't be the one in Oakbrook. This will be in Wheaton. That's this Thursday on the 24th with Jerry James and Lisa P. Chicago Prime with Jerry James. And Saturday, going back to Taverna on the Melrose Park. We haven't been there since last year. Outside patio. You know, they're voted the number one patio in the suburbs of Chicago every year. And if you haven't get a chance to get down to Taverna on Division, if you can't make it on Saturday to see me, get there anyway and check out their food. Jennifer and Greg do an incredible job. And they have a little pizza place right next door called The Joint. So it's like a two shops for one, if you know what I mean. That's going to be 8 o'clock this Saturday on the 26th. All right, let's see who's watching today. Say hello to some people if they're all here today. Buddy, thank you for for Saturday, buddy. Great job. Dave Antonelli. Well, buddy, I hope you're feeling a little better with your Dave, our good friend Dave, got his hip replacement. So he's going to be out for a little bit. But Dave, you hang in there. I'm going to come see you this week. So feel better and hope your dad is doing well. Dennis from Lake Geneva, Republicans are MAGA 47. Thank you for watching, you guys. Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Oh, thank you. Congratulations to Joey Ocean. Okay, well, no, it's Joey Fake. But thank you, Ryan, for that. I appreciate very much. Vince Ramonde, Gina, great seeing you on Saturday. Thank you. Dad's coming home today, so that's a good thing for you too, David. Anyway, major hot weather going to be hitting us this week, folks. They say maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 94, 95 on Wednesday. I don't know what it's going to be for the rest of the week, but expect some hot temperatures this week. So make sure you're out there keep yourself cool as much as you can, but still go out and support local establishments outside. And that's what it's about, especially those free concerts. So it's very, very important also. What do we got this past weekend? July 17th, 1955, Walt Disney opened their very first Disneyland back in 1955. And I can imagine, I'd love to find out exactly how much money the Disneys rake in on the theme parks. I know they just closed the one in California. I think there's one in California, but they closed one of them. But they got to be doing, I mean, how many people have I didn't go to Disney till I never went when I was a kid. I went to Disney when my rock band, Big Bang Rodeo, was on Star Search. And they flew you down, and that's where they were filming Star Search with Ed McMahon. And so we went down there, spent a couple of days there. So I think, and then I went one time after that. But imagine that, how cool. 1955, still trying to make kids happy. Rhonda, how are you doing? Pamela, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Lilia, hello. Carol Minotti, if you had some surgery done. So I'm glad it all went well for you, Carol, wherever you are today. Feel better. Okay, other places in the world have something. When you say China, you say the Great Wall. When you say England, you say Big Ben, right? You got the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Grand Canyon, Statue of Liberty in New York, Niagara Falls, of course. I mean, that's all we got here in the United States. We got the Grand Canyon. We got Niagara Falls because you can go on the United States side as well as the Canada side. But I'm wondering what else would be the Brooklyn Bridge, I'm trying to think of any other landmarks that are really popular here in the United States. When you think of the United States and landmarks, what do you think of? Statue of Liberty in New York, and so many other great places. And you know what? There's so if you're traveling anywhere, a lot of people think they have to go overseas or they have to go out of the country. There's so many beautiful things to see in the Midwest alone. South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. Oh, we got Mount Rushmore too. They're opening the Crazy Horse Monument. I want to go see that. I didn't get a chance to see that. But that's some beautiful places that you can go to. Even in Illinois, Wisconsin, not too star, not too. I was talking. I picked up my son Joey and his future bride Jess on Saturday, and they were always looking for things to do. And in Illinois, I don't know if you guys have ever been there. You ever rock Frank Lloyd Wright? It's a beautiful home, and so much stuff they got in there. But that's not far away. And of course, Galena's not far away. Cave in the Mounds is pretty cool. You can see that granite rocks, whatever they are. So there's a lot of good. Jack Daniels, yes, that's good too in Tennessee. I forgot that, Boyd. Thank you. Kathy Eppolito, how are you doing, hon? So there's a lot of good places. But out of all these great places, I've never seen the Great Wall. I've seen Big Ben. I've seen the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I've been to the Grand Canyon. I've seen the Statue of Liberty. I've been to Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. Slowly I turned, step by step. Anyway, I want to go back again. I want to take the train with Laura and take the train there, the overnight train where you can sleep on the sleeper and everything. But it's great places to go see. Also, this past Sunday, not only did my son Joe get engaged with his lovely new bride to be soon, Jess. Anyway, Ron Onesti from Onesti Entertainment. So 20-year anniversary for the beautiful Art Theater in St. Charles. He doesn't do anything small. It's always big. And he had a lot of great American English. And I think Ron Starr's Band on the Run played downstairs. And I think Vito Zotto, I was supposed to play there Sunday, but we took off because of the engagement party. I think Vito Zotto was upstairs. So happy 20 years to the Onesti family that they took it over 20 years ago. Of course, the theater's been there for hundreds of years. But 20 great years, and congratulations, Ron. I'm sure he's going to keep going and going and going and going and bringing great music and concerts and what people love. Debbie, how are you doing? Debbie Wilmette, how are you doing? Mickey Martin, I hope you're well, my friend. Good. Frankie Setta, great to see you, buddy. Another great singer in Chicago. Emo, Florida is in the house. Speaking of some great places here in Chicago, well, there was a bunch on the south side. I used to play a place called PJ Flaherty's. It was a rock club. I forgot. And I just found out that the owner, PJ Flaherty, Patrick J. Flaherty, has passed away. Now, I don't even know if Flaherty's is still there. I haven't been in Evergreen Park area, but I heard he just passed away. And PJ Flaherty's was a great place. I remember we opened for the Bay City Rollers at PJ Flaherty's, but of course it wasn't. It was Eric Faulkner's Bay City Rollers. I think it was Eric and Woody, and it wasn't even that crowded. But I was happy, and we got to open for him. But PJ Flaherty's in Chicago, very interesting. Here's another thing that's interesting. People who have a high IQ. If you have an high IQ, you're three times likely to become an alcoholic. Maybe because you're so smart and, nothing, you get through it. You can figure things out before everybody else can. So maybe, you got to drink because you end up being so smart than anybody. So that's what they say. People with a high IQ, three times likely to become alcoholics. There you go. So something to look forward to. Paul, let's talk about music. Two things we're going to talk about: concerts. Darius Ruckus used to be Hootie and the Blowfish, and now, of course, he became a big country singer. But I have to admit, he just did a concert. He did like 2-3 songs, and then he apologized to the audience because his voice was cashed. He apologized, and then the show was over. Um, it takes very humbling to even, he didn't even cancel the show. Some people cancel the show. So you can look at it two ways. You're probably pissed off because you paid the money. He had a sore throat. He wasn't feeling good, or he lost his voice, whatever it was. But then he didn't even do the whole show. So people are probably pissed off at that. Now, granted, you're sick. I mean, come on, it happens to all entertainers. I remember 2 years ago, I lost my voice for almost 2 weeks. So I know what it's like when you lose this is my income. This is my, you know, my weapon, or whatever you want to call it. All right. So to lose your throat, and he canceled. He didn't cancel. He stayed up, did a couple of songs. So he's getting some slack because people said, "Well, why didn't you just cancel the show or reschedule it?" I'm sure they're going to do it anyway. And then we're also talking about concerts, how expensive concerts are. Kathy, I hope you had a great vacation. Yeah, Zoe, yeah, that was Zoe barking. Yes, Marion, great seeing you on Thursday. You and Don, of course, at Moretti's in Edison Park. Another concert we're going to talk about, prices of concerts is outrageous. Outrageous. Paul McCartney coming to United Center in November, I think 2 nights. Okay, someone said on the 300th level, that's not that's high. Okay, they were charging $600 just for those tickets. Okay, so if a guy went with his wife, 2 people, that'd be $1,500 to see Paul McCartney. Now, granted, Paul McCartney, one of the Beatles, his voice isn't as great as it used to be, but $1,500 to 300 seat level to see Paul McCartney? Sorry, wait for the pay-per-view. 600, one ticket. So 15 with tax for 2 people. Outrageous. Is it one of the last of their breeds? It's Paul McCartney. Only Paul and Ringo are left. But that is just crazy. And so overly priced. Also to Vincent, Carmi, and Maria Mandelli from Deer Park, Illinois. That's my secret fishing spot. I went this morning. We got 7 large with her, and I don't know if you guys know the story, but I think like 3 weeks ago, I put my hooked on fishing grandpa shirt that the kids got me, and it says Callan on the lure, and I wasn't going to take that shirt off until I caught a bass. So since I put it on, I caught 7 today. So thank you again, Maria, Carmi, and Vincent Mandelli. Sometimes Vince watches, but love doing that. I'll go there maybe 3 times a year. I don't want to go too much and impose. So very cool. All right, let's talk about breakfast. Hi, Mary. I hope you're doing well. Eggs. When someone says, "How do you want your eggs?" Well, I take my eggs scrambled, but they're scrambled, right? There's sunny side up. There's over easy. Is there anything or hard? But if I want eggs, I want them scrambled. Sometimes with cheese. Doesn't need to have cheese. Sometimes I put giardiniera on the eggs. That's very good. Marty Malarkey, what's up, brother? No, Schiller Park is Wednesday. Concert in the Park is Wednesday, Marty. Wednesday. Concert in the Park, 23rd of July. Not Thursday. Thursday will be in Wheaton at Positanos. And Saturday in Melrose Park at Taverna on Division. My buddy Marty, all the way from McCormick Place. All right, another place just closed, and we just found out on Friday, Mezzi, whatever you want to call it, on Mall Drive in Schaumburg. Years ago, it used to be Zeal, and I guess they had their last concert performance there on Friday. I know Nick Sahajas kicked it off, and I think that Regina stopped by, and maybe anybody else that sings there regularly. It's in Schaumburg. It's a beautiful place, outdoor patio. So Danny and Greg, thank you for everything. And Jennifer, I never played there because it's too close to Chicago Prime Steakhouse. I used to play there all the time when it was Zeal. So I don't know what they're going to do with the place. Someone said it's going to be like a wedding place where people have weddings, like a banquet place. So congrats for thank you for the years at Mezzi, and I don't know what they're going to be doing, but that is what they got there for you folks. They're going to price themselves right out of the industry. Mary, I agree. It, it's crazy to pay that much for Paul McCartney, but still $600 for one per 15 for two. That's insane. I don't care. This day and age, pricing is just going crazy. You want to talk about something good though? Real estate at its finest. Mary Grievous, still call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Buying or selling, she's your forever agent. Mary Grievous at m.com. 81725 Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. And then she also does NTD Vacations. And you know what that means? It's a Chicago music cruise. For me, this will be the one with Seventh Heaven. A brand new ship, the MSC World America, folks. It's hasn't even set sail yet. A brand new ship owned by an Italian family. An incredible 7 days, folks. 7 nights, excuse me. Western Caribbean cruise. We're going to start off in Miami. We're going to go to Honduras. We're going to go to Costa Maya. We're going to go to Cozumel. We're going to go to Ocean Cay. Ocean Cay is an island privately owned by the World America. Now, for people that are wondering, wait, what about Royal Caribbean? Well, we're going to switch ships. And in about a week or two, me, Richie, and Mary from Seventh Heaven are going to do a live remote and talk about the new ship and the differences between the two ships and what we're going to have. It's going to happen January 17th to January 25th, 2026. Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, and of course, Seventh Heaven, the ringleaders. And what some people might not know, folks, if you have Royal Caribbean points, the MSC World America will honor those points. And Mary and Richie will talk more about that when we go live from Richie's backyard in a couple weeks. We'll keep you posted. But go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the Ocean with Ocean. Tony Ocean, the Main Event Band, and Seventh Heaven. How much fun is that? It's going to be great. They're guys. Another great group, of course, from Chicago. Congratulations, you're just getting put into the Illinois Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Donnie and Chip. Donnie's not with them anymore, but they just put out a new record with Donnie singing, I think, Chip, and Neil Sean from Journey playing guitar. So congratulations to Enough's Enough. Go download them, their back catalog. I got to get Chip on the show. I'm going to reach out to Chip and get him on. I got a couple of good things to happen. Tim Waltz. Remember Tim Waltz, who was running vice president, trying to become vice president? Tampon Tim is what we call him. He's finally said he's not going to run for president in 2028. Bye-bye, Tim. And another great news. Stephen Colbert gets canceled. The three evil nighttime talk show hosts, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Fallon. Okay, now out of the three, Kimmel is the worst, in my opinion. Fallon comes in number 3, and Colbert I can't stand. But they're going to May of 2026 will be his last show. And it's funny. Karma is a bitch, folks. Karma is a bitch. 3 days after he slammed CBS for doing something about ripping on CBS for, excuse me, the big fat bribe of $16 million thing that Stephen Colbert had to make fun of. 3 days later, he loses his job. So karma's a bitch. You got what you come go. Let's get rid of 1 down, 2 to go. Fallon's got to go, and Kimball's got to go. But Kimball is the worst. But one of them is gone, going to be gone. So you still have him until May of 2026. So we still got him for another year. But thank God he's gone. Oh, worst thing. Late night. Horrible. Can't stand it. The greatest city of the United States. Can't believe Zohan is running for mayor of New York. Very sad. And Kimball's the worst, most for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a whole different world out there in New York, folks. And I hope he doesn't win. I really hope he doesn't win. But that's just me. I feel sorry for some of my friends who live in New York. Listen, we got our own problems here with our Governor Pritzker. Gas everywhere else is cheap, much cheaper. Here it's still $3.96 at certain times, $3.46, whatever. It's still expensive. Pritzker's not going to lower the gas because he wants Trump to look bad. What about taking care of your people in your state of Illinois? What about it to make Trump look bad? Albert, from the Ronald Nesty organization. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I would love to do a late night show. Would that be interesting? Yeah, me on national like crazy. All right, what else we got? It's funny when you have an actor and actresses when they make movies or they make better for television shows when they have series and they get paid for series. They get paid for like reruns. The cast members of Friends. I think they're still making like $7 million a year, or whatever it is, or $1 million a year. Just from that show, even though it's not been on in I don't know how long, right? Well, they talked to Peter Orman. Sorry. Who is Peter Orman? He played Charlie in the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in 1971. This is a movie. This isn't a television show. So he says he still gets money, residuals, as that they call them, if I'm pronouncing it right, for the film. And they asked him, well, how much do you make? What do you get every month? He goes, I get either $8 or $9 a month. He still gets from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He played Charlie. He was a kid then, in 1971. $8 or $9 a month. He still gets checks for $8 or $9. And Friends get $1 million a year just for the TV show Friends. Interesting. You want to hear another thing that's interesting? Do you ever wonder when you go to a restaurant, they give you a menu? Menu. So you can look what they have, and you want to order dinner, or you want to order cocktails. So they give you a menu when you sit down. Here it's funny what it says. Restaurant bills are designed to be paid by men. And that's why they call it menus. There you go. This is what someone said. Don't shoot the messenger. Restaurant bills be paid by men. Menus. That's funny stuff. All right, folks. All right. We are here today, Ocean's Pit, from the studio here. All right. Let me also give you some headlines. I promised you guys some headlines. And I got some good stuff we're going to talk about. And, some other, what do we got here? Let's see. The power of the tongue is real. Got to watch out what you say with this mouth. Good, bad. Stop saying I'm tired, I'm broke, I'm depressed, etc. Start saying I'm grateful, I'm growing, I'm thriving. Speak life into yourself. Your words shape. Great quote. I definitely need to work on this because I'm always saying I'm tired. And but this is something that's because the more you keep putting that negative stuff in your head, the more you start believing it. So it's a great quote. And just start believing yourself because it's very, very important. Because once you start doubting yourself like that, then you get to the point where everyday life just becomes harder and harder. And I do believe that. And if someone else is not feeling down, try to make them feel better. And that's what it's about. It really is. So it's important. The power of the tongue, good and bad. If you're blind, here's another thing when you're talking about politics. If your blind hatred for one man makes you hope our country fails, you were never part of Team USA to begin with. Whether you like President Trump or not, I know it's a broken record, but you got to want him to win because if he wins, we win. Our country wins. The United States wins. That's our country. But there's so much hatred. They would rather it to fail. They don't care if the country fails. It's really mind-boggling how people think sometimes. It really is. Think about the country, and that's important more than anything else. It's our country and our future. Think about that. Um, what do we got here? Let's see. This is from Patriot One News. Breaking news: Attorney General Pam Bondi, whether you like her or not, dismisses charges against Dr. Kirk Moore, who faced years in prison after destroying the COVID vaccine vials, giving his own patients vax cards who are not vaccinated, and giving children Saline instead of Vax for parents who wanted to avoid the side effects. Dr. Moore gave his patients a choice. When the federal government refused to do so, he did not deserve the years in prison he was facing. That ends today. So he wasn't giving his patients those vaccinations, giving them fake stuff because he didn't think the vax or the shots were good for you. And now, even though they try to put him in prison, they're dropping all the charges. Good, good, good. All right. Savage replies, insults. When you're talking to somebody, if you're having a conversation or you're mad with somebody, here we go. This is the insult. Ready? You take everything so personally. What you should say is, maybe you should just stop making everything about you. Number insult. You're such a know-it-all. Reply, better than knowing nothing at all. Insult. You're so stubborn. Reply, I call it standing my ground. Insult. You think you're better than everyone. Reply, I just know my worth. Insult. You're so blunt. I don't have time for sugarcoating. Great, great comeback. Insult. You're such a control freak. Reply, I like things done right. How about this one? You're too sensitive. Well, I feel deeply and I'm not sorry for it. I like that. Insult. You overthink everything. How about the reply? Details matter to me. How about this one? You're such a dreamer. Your reply? Better than being aimless. You can't take a joke. How about not when it's at my expense? So interesting stuff when these things come across, how you might want to answer them. Pretty cool. Everybody needs to learn from that. Here's another one. I admit I am the problem. I'm the reason why I'm single. I'm picky. I love being alone. I don't beg. I don't chase. I'm very stubborn. Can't be tamed, and I suck at texting back. Maybe next year. That was from a person who was single. All right, here's another one. If it bothers me, it bothers me. Don't make me feel dumb for explaining the feelings just because you don't see my point of view. These are all great quotes. Thank you, Justin Core, all the way from Joliet, Illinois. All right, right? So it's good stuff. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Gina. I hope you love those. Do you think Obama's going to jail now? They say he has Cook murdered. Of course he had his Cook murdered, and he belongs in prison. Just my opinion. I know I'm going to, ruffle the feathers, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We got more stuff to talk about today. Ocean's Pit, let us show about big things. How about my good buddy, Jack Vena Landscaping? When you're looking for landscaping and you want it done right, they offer monthly maintenance programs: bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, service, installation, servicing the northern area for over 50 years. So call my good friend Tommy at 847-432-5266 and tell him Tony O sent you. That's our good friends from Jack Vena Landscaping. We got other shows coming up, big shows coming up as well. Let me give you some more rundowns of stuff. We're going to be now July 30th. We're going to be at Rosario's in Roselle with Double T, Tony Toto. On the 31st of July, folks, will be Ocean's Rat Pack at the Darien Concert in the Park. Outside. They're expecting a lot of people there, so I'm excited for that. My rock band, Moe's Dream Police, is back for one last concert. It looks like it's going to happen August 3rd at Tribute Island in Kenosha. And if you've ever been to Tribute Island, folks, if you like great rock and roll bands, it's the tribute to all the great tribute bands. So on one stage, you'll see Heart, Rush, Led Zeppelin. Another stage, you'll see Beatles, Stones, But we're going to be there with our tribute to Cheap Trick. So make sure you come out on the Island stage Sunday, August 3rd, Moe's Dream Police under tribute to Cheap Trick with Mark Shealy on bass, Tommy Bang Bang Bam Bam Burke on drums, of course, Bill Hall from Billy and the Vintage Saints on guitar, and of course, Nick Hodges, the piano man, and also Chicago Hitmen. Going to be a lot of fun. If you love rock and roll, you love Cheap Trick, that's the way to go, folks. And Taylor Street Fest is going to happen on August 15th. Tony Ocean, the main event band, will headline Friday night. We go on at 8 o'clock, 8 to 10, because the festival is over at 10 o'clock. 8 to 10, Friday, August 15th, Taylor Street. Ron Onesti is going to do it again with another great year. So make sure you get out to Taylor Street Fest, because I love that fest. Great food is good. Everything is good with that. It really is. How about it's time for the JRC weather for today, folks. Monday, July 21st. Right now it's 78 degrees. It's beautiful. It's sunny. There's no rain in the forecast today. We're looking at 59% humidity, 8-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be one of those beautiful days and beautiful nights tonight. And that's weather brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Well, I'm glad you guys are watching today. I hope you're having a great day. We're going to get some more headlines because we still got a lot more stuff to talk about. All right. This is sent in by Marisa Caruso. Okay. Paint me however you want. Label me. Judge me. Twist the story if you must. But understand this. My heart is pure. My loyalty is solid. And my intentions are real. I stand firm who I am, no matter how others choose to see me. I don't seek validation because I know exactly what I bring to the table, and I'm rooted in it. These are all great quotes. I thank you guys for taking the time and sending this to me. All right, here we go. Daughter and a father. There's a father sitting there, daughter on one side, the son's on the other side. The daughter, Dad, I got. What, my dear? I'm a lesbian. Oh, okay, sweetie. The second daughter, me too. I'm a lesbian. Father goes, wait, does anybody here like boys? The son goes, Dad. Classic. And the dad faints. My wife says it's stupid, but I thought it was pretty funny. We're going to have to get Laura back on the couple third whenever she comes back, get some time from babysitting Callan. Now we have to do it Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we got Callan 2 days a week. All right. I'm so jealous of people who know how to shut up. I shut up and subtitles can come out from my face. I have a hard time shutting up, folks, if you don't know already. Go. That's a good one. Again, prayers to everything that happened over there with the flood. You know, they did it themselves. They really did. A new report found that the officials in Kerr County, Texas, did not use technology that would have sent life-saving emergency messages to everyone in the vicinity of the Guadalupe River, where dozens of people have, they didn't set up that would have warned the people in the area to, evacuate, leave, get out. They just did. The board, the committee, whatever, decided not to install that technology. A big mistake that was. How many people are hurt, dead, missing? We really need to change that and make sure things are. Italy, Italiani, see. Italy has decided to introduce chemical castration for rapists and pedophiles. That's almost as good as the news about Stephen Colbert being canceled. Italy has decided to introduce chemical castration for raping and pedophiles. Two things is a no-no, folks. You don't rape, and you don't pedophile. You don't fool around with kids. We know that. So kudos to Italy, whether you like it or not. I believe it. Not just Italy. Okay, we're going to hold off on that. Okay, people no longer believe working to a better life. Remember, do what you got to do. Here it is. Once the foundation of the American dream, now a fading myth. The global survey reveals that most people no longer believe working hard will actually pay off. In countries like the US, confidence is social mobility. The belief that you can move up the life through effort is hitting historic lows. Gen Z and millennial, with many saying the system feels how hard you grind. How many people you know? All of us. We work our asses off. And what do we get for it? We get a paycheck. We get food on the table. We get to pay for our home. We get a car. But with the pricing and everything that's going on, there's someone I know, I won't mention the names, but the guy's been working for a company for a long time. He gives his 2-week notice. Right? And they fire him on the spot. Now, the guy's courtesy, or a man and woman, whoever it is, if they get a new job, say, I'm giving you my 2-week notice. I'll still work for you, and hopefully with good faith, so you'll leave it on good terms. I mean, the minute they give the guy or girl gives a phone call like that, how fair is that? Horrible to do to somebody. It's crazy. And you can't, nothing is guaranteed anymore. I don't know. Here's a funny story. We're on this one. Let's see. How about this one? A teenager finds out harassed her for years is her mom. This girl was being harassed, bullied on social media, and has no clue who it was. Who's bullying? Why are we getting these threats? Look at this. Cyberbullying shook a small Michigan town. No one expected the culprit to be the victim's own mom. In December of 2022, Kendall Gale was arrested after a year-long investigation revealed that she was sending anonymous, cruel messages to her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. It's a disturbing twist. Lucaria had even joined efforts to find the bully working alongside school officials and other boys' mothers. The case stunned both the community and investigators, an unsettling reminder that the threat comes from you least expect it, from your closest friends. You never know when they're talking behind your back or ready to throw you under the bus, or in this case, cyberbullying. Yankees win, Cubs lose. It was a good day this week. Isn't that horrible to find out it was your own mother? Oh, look at this, folks. The next generation of employees 0.5 days per week and live to 100 years old. Changing the way we live and work. CEO Jamie Dimon believes it won't make could also give people better work-life balance. It even predicts that future generations might work just 3.5 hours a week and live to be 100, all thanks to new technology. Well, we know technology changes all the time. With some jobs may disappear, Dimon says AI will also create new roles and make many existing ones easier. The key is to adapt, support people through this shift. AI, good and going to be good stuff with it, bad with it, just like social media, good and bad. Patrice, how are you doing, my dear friend? I hope you're doing well. Love this stuff that keeps coming in. A man tried, how people are idiots when they start shooting animals just for fun. A man tried shooting an armadillo. Armadillos are cute. They might, they get that hard shell on them. A man tried shooting an armadillo, but just its armor deflected the bullet right in his face. Karma. Good for him. Shooting armadillos or shooting animals in general. It's crazy. How about this story, ladies and gentlemen? Government ordered to compensate a man $100 after 50 years in prison without a trial. Supreme Court of Jamaica has ordered the state to pay 100 the man who spent 50 years in prison and 42 years without a review. You know, you're supposed to get reviewed so you can to come out. They just completely ignored him for 42 years. The judgment was handed down by Judge Sonia Wink Blair a few moments ago. Williams is to receive 400 and, excuse me, yeah, 42, yeah, that's $100 million. $70 million in just damage. That's horrible, the judicial system. Capricorn. Oh, I'm a Capricorn, December 28th. And I love the little sayings. I want to thank Gina sent me this. Dear Capricorn, I think she's a Capricorn too, I believe. You have one of the most beautiful souls in the world. True. You're genuine and pure. True. Yet spicy. I like that word spicy. Pretty good. Is that is what everyone loves about you? Well, I guess not everybody. You're a breath of fresh air. Not always. You're here to ruffle feathers. Yes. Blaze trails and create magic. I try to, folks. Never forget who you are. And that just doesn't basically mean Capricorn. It can mean every single one of you. Every single one of you bring everything, a lot to the table of whatever you do in life, to your family, to your friends, to your job. Always think positive, man. Always think positive. And the great Ricky Gervais. I just finished watching Watertown on Netflix. Great. The Colby family, they're all a little whacked up because of the mom. But at the end, one of the kids, Jay, ends up on an island because he got all the money because he screwed his three brothers out of it. And Pope, one of them died, got stabbed and died by the pool. And Greg got shot and he died on one of the robberies. But I think one of the kids, the kid, I forgot his name, he owned the bar and he was bisexual. Anyway, they show him walking away after leaving his brother, but they never show what happened to him. So hope I didn't ruin it for anybody that's watching Watertown. But now I'm watching Afterlife with Ricky Gervais. His wife just died. He's just miserable. It's funny and sad at the same time. But here's a great quote by Ricky. Remember, when you're dead, you do not know you are dead. It's only painful for others. It's the same applies when you're stupid. Great quote. Chicago public schools are in trouble. They're always in trouble. Chicago public schools bankrupt themselves, paying for illegal migrants. They laid off 1,458 employees, 432 teachers, 677 special education classroom assistants. Chicago now has a $734 million budget to flex. Unbelievable. And I feel bad. Isn't that horrible? I mean, this is our teachers. Almost Home Foundation for Dogs. Let's go right to pets. You know how much I love dogs. And, every Tuesday I used to walk the dogs at the Almost Home Foundation at Irving Park in Roselle there on Schaumburg. But they closed it a year ago to do a remodeling. And they're still working on it. Hopefully they'll be open in a couple months. But I try to do their fundraiser every year. And we're going to do it, folks. It's going to happen here at the second annual Strays to the Stars concert. Raffle baskets, dancing under the stars, 50-50 split the pot, Tito's dog-themed cocktails, swag for the dogs, door prizes, outdoor tiki bar. It's going to happen Wednesday, September 17th at 7 o'clock, me and Double T, Almost Home Foundation. It's $30 per person. Any kids under 12 get in for free and includes concert and one free drink with that $30. It's going to happen at Kai's right there on Kelsey Road, 352 I'm sorry, not Kai's. Food. I think that's what it's called. It's going to happen 352 Barrington for the dogs. Very, very important. Another thing that's horrible, dementia. I can't imagine anybody going through dementia or someone's parents or someone's wife or loved ones when they don't even recognize you after a while when it gets to that point. Imagine a wife or husband or brother, sister, mother, father that you, uncle, whatever it is, that you were so close to and you did so many memories and did so many great things together, and then dementia and they don't even know who you are. It's got to be one of the worst diseases. Jay Leno and his wife have been together for 45 years. Jay's wife sometimes doesn't recognize him after 45 years together. She's got advanced dementia. Very, very painful. Peggy, I hope you're doing well, my dear. My mom has dementia, very heartbreaking. Oh, Gina, I'm sorry for anybody that's got to go through that after all the years. I wish that they would come up a cure for that, a cure for cancer, a cure for stuff like that. Spending all that money on a vaccine. What about taking care of these people? Diabetes. Oh, I just can't imagine. My mother now is going through some issues at 85. She's been healthy her whole life. It's just sad, especially as they get older. The richest musicians or the richest music bands in history. I'm going to throw some bands to you and tell you what they're worth. Interesting. Very interesting here. Let's see if I even get them here. The Beatles, they haven't been together in how long? They're worth $2.5 billion with a B. U2, 1.8. Rolling Stones, 1.4 billion. This is what they're worth. Metallica, 1.0 billion dollars. Pink Floyd, 800 million. Coldplay, 510 million. Queen, 500 million. Journey, 500 million. Bon Jovi, 410 million. AC/DC, 400 million. Eagles, 200 million. Oasis, $150 million. Some of these bands aren't even together anymore. That is money, baby. That is money. The all-star lineup for your Chicago Cubs. They had one with different teams. This is the one they've picked for the Chicago Cubs. Oh, excuse me. For all you Cub fans, listen up. Let's see what they got here. There are also honorable mentions. So, designated hitter, they're going to Mark Grace. Best manager, Joe Madden. Catcher, Gabby Harnett. Relief pitcher, Lee Smith. Third base, Ron Santo. First base, Cap Anson. Second base, Ryan Sandberg. Shortstop, Ernie Banks. Starting pitcher, Fergie Jenkins. Outfield, Billy Williams. Other outfield, Andre Dawson. And last but not least, outfield, Sammy Sosa. That's their all-star lineup for the Chicago Cubs. Whether you're a Cub fan or not, that's what it is. And we're going to talk about crazy. We'll talk about some of these stories tomorrow. If you're left-handed, Karen, how are you doing? Karen Saunders, welcome to Ocean Spit. Facts about people who are left-handed. I don't know too many people that are left-handed, or I don't know if they're left-handed. I don't pay attention sometimes if you're left-handed. But these are some facts about left-handed people. Number one, some of the most brilliant minds in history were left-handed, including Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, and Nikola Tesla. Only about 10% of the world's population is left-handed, making it a rare trait. 10% only. Wow. Number three, they tend to have faster connections between brain hemispheres, which can boost multitasking abilities. Number 4, there's Left-Handers Day, celebrating every August 13th. I didn't even know that. It's a global tribute to the uniqueness of being left-handed. Number 5, left-handers may have a slight advantage in sports, especially on one-on-one settings like tennis, boxing, and baseball due to surprise element. Are you left-handed? Anybody that's watching the show today left-handed? We're all trying to watch our weight. I got to drop about 10 pounds. We'll do it by Taylor Street Fest. What happens when you stop eating sugar? Now, we know sugar's horrible for you. Fake sugar, good sugar, bad sugar, whatever it is bad for you. But here's what happens to you if you stop eating sugar for 90 days. Try this. This is interesting. If you stop eating sugar for 90 days, your energy levels stabilize. Brain fog reduces notability. Brain fog. Skin becomes clear. Belly fat starts to drop. Risk of 2 diabetes decreases. Sleep becomes deeper and longer. Cravings for junk food vanish. Mood swings reduce dramatically. Your waist buds reset. I did not know that. Digestion improves. Blood pressure lowers. Inflammation of joints reduce. Immunity gets stronger. You feel lighter and more active. Mental clarity improves. Risk of heart disease drops. Liver starts detoxing better. Acne and breakouts fade away. You feel younger. You're more efficiently when you stop eating sugar. A lot of stuff there, folks, for you non-sugar eaters. All right, we're going back to let's see. Oh, popular cough medicine. Everything we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, or last couple of months, maybe the last year, all the stuff that's being recalled. This is interesting. Popular kids' cough medicine recall for bacterial contamination that can cause death. Urgent. Popular children's cough syrup pulled nationwide. MedTech Products has just announced nationwide recall of Little Remedies honey cough syrup due to contamination with dangerous bacteria that can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and even death in severe cases. So if you have this Little Remedies honey cough syrup for children, get rid of it. Recalled. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Recall. Kids, no screen time. 0 screen time for children under 2 years old, and no more than 1 hour for children ages 2 to 4. This is World Health Organization recommends. So again, if you haven't heard me, 0 screen time for children under 2, and not more than an hour for children ages from 2 to 4 years. Well, Coca-Cola is bringing back the cane sugar. That's right, MAGA 47. That Robert Kennedy Jr. is trying the best they can to clean up our foods. And here we're talking about trying to get rid of sugar and Coca-Cola, what they're doing. McDonald's releases the new double X large fries meal. Double X, folks, not a regular large, not an extra large, but a double X. But this is only in different parts of the country, not here in the United States yet. McDonald's recently marked International French Fry Day with the launch of limited time fan fries meal available through the month of July and August. This promotional offering showcased the brand's iconic fries and evaluated format designed to delight loyal customers. The meal features double X fries, small fries, and a beverage, all bundled at an attractive price. If you look at the size, I'm going to try to find it now because I just lost it. I had it and I lost it. Oh, it's huge. Look how big the McDonald's regular fries are only half. Like right, this thing is huge. More to kill you more. Fried food. Oh. The woman who goes silent after you cross her isn't weak. By no means. She's dangerous. Whew. Isn't that the truth? Right? Diane Gonzalez, I don't know if you're watching today, but she posted this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Very interesting. 5.55 billion people worldwide have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. 5.55 billion people, at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, representing about 72.3% of the world population. At least 81% of the population of the U.S. has received at least one dose of that vaccine. Wow. Crazy as it is. Try to learn as much as we can on Ocean's Pit today, folks. And let's get about learning how about saving some money with our good friend, some Imperialux. That's right. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson, Craig Coughlin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book them on Calendly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve. Call Wendy and Craig at 630-890-1213 and book them in Imperialux. That's what it's about. Well, folks, it's coming to the end of the hour. It is the end of the hour. We're just a couple minutes over. Again, busy week. Schiller Park concert in the park on Wednesday. Positano's on Thursday in Wheaton, the brand new location with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Chicago Prime Friday and Taverna on Division on Saturday, outside patio with Jerry Jams. And again, Mars will be August 23rd in Lake Geneva, folks. And Taylor Street Fest, August 15th, Friday. Tony Ocean, the main event band, 8 to 10. We're headlining Friday night. So I'm excited. One of my favorite festivals of all time. And it's a great festival. Ron Onesti does an incredible job. Birthdays for Monday, the 21st of July. Dina, wherever you're at, Dina Nozak, happy birthday, my friend Dina. Lynn Jordan, a great entertainer in Chicago, celebrating a birthday. Rick Moranis, 72. Kelly Riley from Tombstone, celebrating a birthday. Chado, Chucky, what did she used to say? Whatever. One of the greatest managers from the New York Yankees, Joe Torre, celebrating a birthday. Frank Stallone, hey, Rocky. Sylvester Stallone's brother is 75. Eric Roberts, great actor. Julia Roberts' brother, another great actor, 69 years old. Let's see. Jake the Snake Roberts, for you wrestling fans, is 70. Tony Toto, if you're watching, happy birthday to your father up in heaven, and happy birthday to your son, Nathan. 2 birthdays Toto is celebrating with his family. Let's see. I don't know who that is, so we're going to skip over that. Brian May of Queen turned 78 years old. Lou Bellotti, great photographer for Ron Onesti's Ellicott Entertainment, and the great Ronnie B. Elvis. Last week, Deborah celebrated her birthday, and Ronnie B., hunk of love, brother. Go see some good Ronnie B. Elvis. Happy birthday to everybody out there, folks. And thank you for watching. Tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Same time, same station. And let's get right to our sponsor, the great Ace Hardware. Save 20% of select Craftsman power tools. Buy a 2-pack of select Milwaukee M18 batteries. Receive a select M18 tool for free. That's a $249 value. And 25% off coupon on any regular price item under $50 or $12.50 off any regular price item over $50. Save up to $230 on select Tangier wood pellet grills. That's right, folks. And we do not stock the Wasp Killer Value Pack that is featured, so they don't stock that, folks. Also, folks, remember, just download the AC Awards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. And don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off when you buy that new grill at Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Thank you guys for another edition of Ocean's Pit. I want you guys to have an incredible day today. Go out, enjoy. It's going to be nice out today before it gets really bad this week. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Go out and do right. Be cool to everybody, folks. And if you're offended from this show or any show on television or movie or something on the radio, switch the channel. But remember one thing: if you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. Think about that one. Ringo Starr says peace and love. And again, congratulations to our son Joey, and of course his bride-to-be Jess. Beautiful party we had. Again, Moretti's a la carte entertainment. Thank you again, Jim Early. Guys, peace and love. God bless you. See you tomorrow, same time, same channel. God bless you. Peace.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from town.